Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, thankfully for the sake of preserving my voice and preserving my sanity, not every one of these 1908 games ends up like the one that we just had today. Man, that was a crazy one. Let's go back and take a look at this one briefly. So we'll go over here to the screen view and just take a quick look and see everything that happened. And man, this was a pretty crazy game. Cleveland wins this one 4-2 in 13 innings in a game that looked like it would never end. Glenn Liebhardt for the Naps won 11 innings, gave up 7 hits, 2 runs, only 1 was earned. It was a pretty ugly game with 3 errors committed by both sides. Liebhardt struck out 6, walked 2. Jack Chesbrough went 12 innings, gave up 11 hits, but again, only 2 runs, 1 earned. He walked only 1 and struck out 6. And so the starting pitching continues to be very powerful here early on in 1908. Bill Lattimore is the one who got the win. He went 2 innings for Cleveland, giving up 2 hits, no runs. Walked 1, didn't strike anybody out in his first appearance this season. Slow Joe Doyle ended up taking yet another loss for New York. He's 0-3 now. 3.86 is his ERA. He's got that good rating. I think he has a 10, which is why he keeps going in these ball games, but he's not pitching well. And so, unfortunately, that kind of does it for him. We had all sorts of interesting things happening. Whit Conroy had a pinch-hitting appearance for New York and actually got a base hit, so he's hitting 139 now. I'd put him in, but Moriarty's hitting 208. I guess it's not that great. He went a big 0 for 5. So, I mean, we'll keep an eye on it. We may have Conroy end up starting at third again. We might actually platoon the two of them. We'll see what we can do. Overall, though, I mean, there were errors all over the place. Like I said, 6 errors overall, both teams combined. We had 3 triples, no home runs, of course, 4 doubles, 3 triples. So there was quite a bit of power hitting for a game that was only a 4-2 game that looked like it was never going to end. And the reason why is because we had no fewer than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successful sacrifice bunts. And that's not counting all the unsuccessful ones that we had, right? We had at least 2 different times in which runner was on at third base and the guy at the plate missed the bunt and allowed the runner to be tagged out trying to steal. In fact, there were 3 men caught stealing, 2 successful stolen bases. And of those 3 men caught stealing, 2 of them were attempted steals of home. And so this game had a little bit of everything. If you haven't watched it yet, I'd recommend sitting down, giving it a watch. It's a little bit over a half hour long. That's a long time to play one of these games. I always pride myself on my ability to play NP3 games quickly. But 1908 doesn't always happen. Now, the other remarkable thing here is that there were no grounded into double plays. There were no double plays really at all in this game, which I think is pretty unusual. I mean, a 13-inning game with this number of base runners. There were base runners all over the place. In fact, the teams combined for 20 men left on base. No double plays, though. No grounded into double plays, at least. There was 1 double play that the Highlanders pulled off. I don't think I even remember what exactly that was, but none of them were guys grounding into double plays. So pretty interesting stuff. There was a sacrifice fly. Hinchman scored a run after sacrificing. I think that was to score a run, if I remember right. So that's kind of the way that this one winds up. Pretty impressive game, I would say. Neil Ball sacrificed twice. Hinchman also sacrificed twice, once through a bunt and once through a sacrifice fly. And yeah, there was sort of a comedy of errors in so many ways with all those bunts that were unsuccessful. This is the way to get your sacrifice hit total up. You just have a couple of games like this, and all of a sudden you'll be at the same pace that they were at in real life. So there you go. Love to know what you guys think about this one, but man, this was a crazy game. Talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.